Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel, and today we're going to continue our Dungeons & Dragons theme, and this time we're going to be taking a look at Dungeons & Dragons Honor Amongst Thieves, a film that came out in 2023. Now, this is something that I've previously seen. I don't remember a ton about it, which I guess could be saying something about the movie, but I do remember actually enjoying it while I was watching it. And you're saying you haven't seen it at all, right?
No, I haven't seen it.
Okay, so what do you know anything about this going into it?
I remember watching the trailer, but I can't remember what the trailer was about. No.
Okay, so at least you're kind of going into it fresh, not like expecting anything from it.
No, I'm not expecting anything from it.
Okay, cool. So I guess that's a good way to jump into something like this. So yeah, we're gonna watch 2023's Dungeons & Dragons Honor Amongst Thieves. And before we get started, make sure you click that subscribe button if you want to keep up to date with some of our latest movie reactions, and also leave a comment if you have any suggestions on movies we can check out. So here's Dungeons & Dragons Honor Amongst Thieves. In all honesty, I'd actually like to live in a place like that.
Well, no one would bother you.
Yeah, that's the point.
It's kind of a clever system.
Yeah, but I mean, it just feels a little bit unnecessary.
At least if they try to escape, then they never really truly escape.
Yeah, but you could just shackle their legs and then you can't run or anything.
By authority of the Lord's Alliance, this Absolution Council will now come to order in the case of Edgin Darvis and Holger Kilgore.
I should start by giving you some context. You may be surprised to learn I wasn't always a thief. To be honest, there were times when I began to question the asking nothing in return part of my oath. But my wife would always say, you don't have to give us everything, you only have to give us you. So what's latest on Jonathan? Based on what I know about Jonathan, I think he'd be especially
as far as setting up, like establishing characters, this isn't a bad way of doing it.
No, I totally agree with that.
Here we go.
It's better than when people are explaining something to other characters that would already know it.
Yeah.
It's intoxicating when you realize that what separates you from what you've always wanted can be as thin as a pane of glass.
maybe not. That's not the best way to steal stuff.
I mean, if it works, it works.
Wasn't the only new recruit. We also added Simon, a so-so sorcerer, and a con man named Forge, who pushed us to aim even higher. Before you announce your decision, I implore you to please wait for...
Jonathan!
Pardon my belatedness.
I can't tell you how happy we are to see you!
Hold it, now!
Jonathan!
We approved your pardon!
I mean, it's not a bad plan.
Yeah,
but
no.
They would have gotten released. Now they're escaped.
He's still breathing!
I told you to get us out!
That's cool.
Mm-hmm. It looks like they found some real scenery to shoot at.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously that town isn't real, but at least they have real backgrounds.
Uncle Forge has been very good to me.
Uncle Forge.
Come on, he wants to see you.
I mean, if he's been raising her the last couple years, I
You got
mean,
me, Holga.
makes sense.
I use it to sneak around the castle sometimes. So strange that you're here.
Here, look.
That'd honestly be pretty sweet to have a necklace that can make you go invisible.
Oh yeah, that would be cool.
For how things turned out. You're still working with her?
She's the one that got us caught.
Not true, no. Without her, we all would have been caught. And since then, she has become my top advisor.
And now you're in the floor. Oh, I hate to
see that. Never put your trust in a con man. Say for this.
Fair.
Yeah.
Kira really is happy and very well taken care of here, and I have truly
I mean, there is
come
that.
to love her as my own. Could you possibly return them to prison and be sure to collect the bounty?
I'm kind of wondering why he even allowed them to see his daughter if he was just going to betray him like that.
Probably wanted to like reaffirm the fact that he was a bad dad.
Well, I mean, I don't think that really did it, though. I mean, he did kind of explain to his daughter, even if she was upset. I mean, that still doesn't help him, though. It would have been a lot easier just to capture him as soon as he could, and then just act like to his daughter that nothing happened.
How'd you know?
Doing great.
I mean, he's not the fighter of the group, so
Oh, that's true.
just getting away.
Before we leave the city.
Boiled linseed oil. We're gonna need a team.
Team, who's gonna help us out?
No one can hold a candle to this trick.
Boo. He hasn't gotten better.
I don't think it's about what he's doing up there.
This is quite hard to be slightly blurry like this, you know.
He's nicking up bits and bobs.
That's it, it's not what you think, it's all part of the act.
He's lying. Get him. Shoot him.
That wasn't a
It's not about the magic that you know, it's how you use the magic you know.
Fair enough.
I could have warned you.
I'm kind of curious how much that costs for the production just to have those walk across like that.
Oh, I don't know.
So yes, it's like a couple $100,000 just to have that.
Magic is on a whole other level.
Don't sell yourself short. We saw your show.
Are you gonna sneak past the entire castle watch?
Me? No. Druid maybe, a wild shape. They could get in and out undetected as a, as a mouse or a
deer.
Yes, a deer. They'll blend in with all the other deer in the castle.
I know a druid. Doric. She's truly one of a kind.
Sounds romantic in nature.
Yeah, for me it was. She, however, found my lack of self-esteem unattractive.
Not even
As most
straight.
women would.
Yes.
Thank you.
What is it exactly that you bring to this?
Me? I'm a planner. Yep. I make plans.
You've already made the plan, so what value do you have now?
If the plan fails, the existing plan, I make a new plan.
So you make plans that fail?
No.
He also plays the lute.
Hogan, not relevant. Trust me, I'm indispensable.
Well, none of the plans we've tried to take
I mean,
down Forge
most raids
have
need to
worked.
have a raid leader. They don't necessarily have
dared
to
to
be the
question how
tank
we
or
came to power.
healer or something like that.
So he declared us enemies. Began destroying our homes.
Yeah, just go with that. If that's your
I'm
motive.
not doing this for the money. I'm doing this for the people who took me in when no one else would.
So we'll keep your share then.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, that's fine.
It is protected by the arcane seal of modern Canaan.
That's great details. Thanks for the details.
Well, perhaps not all the details, but suffice to say, it is a seriously.
I mean, that's
powerful
convenient when you need to
spell.
scope out how that's being guarded. They just happen to be telling someone this is how it's guarded.
Brutal.
Now, who wants refreshments?
Yeah, she knows he's there. I could, yeah. Probably why she didn't say anything
A
about the seal.
wild shape is among us.
You can just go all owlbear if you need to.
Go Albert if you need to. Time to fly. Hello? There you go.
She doesn't have any flying forms.
No.
I mean, that's actually a pretty cool little sequence how they
Yeah, that was good.
go from inside the castle to out like that.
Guess they didn't win the money on that sequence last time.
Oh,
They had to have them anyway, so they already had the assets.
that's right. Maybe that's why. So like, oh, we got him, so you might as well just throw him in there.
Hey, there's a deer.
Building. Yeah, there is a deer.
So she did become a deer.
Only the very end.
She did become
Are
a
you
deer.
absolutely sure about Sofina?
Saw her markings.
Morden Canaan.
Yeah, that's it.
Oh, pity.
What?
If the vault has Morden Canaan seal, we're not getting in. It's impenetrable.
Can't you just open it with magic?
Okay, here we go. I hate how everyone thinks that you can solve any problem with magic.
So there's no way to open it?
I mean, if I were one of the world's most powerful sorcerers, so no. Or if we had the Helm of Disjunction.
The what?
It's a helmet that disables all nearby enchantments, but it doesn't matter. The thing went missing ages ago. We're done.
Huh? Come on.
Yeah, it seems like a fetch quest.
He can find that helmet.
You know, I do appreciate though that he says you can't just fix everything with magic because there's limits. Because that's a lot of what movies like this will do, where they'll just use magic when it's convenient,
Yeah.
and then they will just like say like, oh, we can't do this when it's not. I mean, at least they establish at some points like, no, there are limits to what can and cannot be done.
I'm just gonna pick up some of my things.
Olga.
Hello, Marleman. I see you still have that walking stick I gave you.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, you could take it with you if you want.
Squashed a pack of ballyworks down in here. Oh, hello. Who's this then?
Oh, Gwen, this is Olga.
Oh.
He definitely has a
I
type.
know about you.
Yes.
We're gonna take down Forge. I'm gonna show Marleman and the Elk Tribe they were fools to let me go.
All right. Once the dead man is revived, we can ask him 5 questions, at which point he will die again, never to be re-revived.
Why 5 questions?
I don't know, that's just how it works.
Here we go. Were you killed in the Battle of the Everhorse?
Yes.
4 more questions, right?
Yes.
No, that wasn't for you. Did that count as a question?
Yes.
Oh no.
Only answer when I talk to you, okay?
No.
Why did you say okay at the end of that?
I didn't.
Fantastic. Where's the shovel?
Oh gosh.
Just be careful.
During the battle, did you see the helmet of disjunction?
I run. Keep it from recall at all costs. Understood, sir. Don't worry.
That's the last thing I remember.
Oh yeah, when you get split in half, you're dead.
Let's go look for Standard Grimwald's grave.
Hang on. Why don't you go ask him the last 3 questions?
Ask him what? He already told us everything he knows.
Well, you can't just leave him like that. Look at the poor bloke.
What's your favorite food?
Oats. No, barley.
Oh, boy. Do you like cats?
Not really.
Okay. What's 2 + 2?
I'm bad at math.
Don't you feel better?
No.
I mean, don't just leave him there.
Oftentimes, the most onerous decision a leader can take is when to retreat. I commanded my battle lord to deliver the helmets to our swiftest rider, Ren Salafin.
We can just make it over the ridge.
Not again.
I was wounded and had lost my horse as I escaped the field of battle. I didn't care about myself. I just needed to keep the helmet safe. It was a Thayan who bore the mark of Zast Tam. He had a kind way. He told me his name was Zenk Yendar. He had fled Zast Tam and now lived in exile.
The helmet's a dead end. We'll have to find another way into the vault.
No, I've heard of Zank. He's a paladin. He helped the Enclave defeat the clerics of Talos.
I know the name as well. My uncle said Zank fended off a beholder using only a sharpened gourd.
Anyone know where stupid Zank is?
Last I heard, he was working with the Harpers in Morbin Shield.
Great!
Gently to you as well, good sir.
I find him creepy.
You're known as a man of honor and
Yeah, it's
integrity,
not
and I can
natural.
assure you,
Yeah.
our reasons for wanting the helmet are entirely noble.
Yep. In other words, Forge is a real son of a bitch.
So you blame his mother for his corruption?
What? No, it's an expression.
I see. I do not traffic in colloquialisms.
You're not a lot of fun, are you?
No.
If Fitzwilliam is truly allied with a red wizard, their intentions must go
Okay,
beyond
so he's very literal.
With the aid of his red wizards, Zastam created an army of the undead, allowing him to conquer the entire nation.
That's not good.
Saz's power extends no
I mean,
further
if they
than
bite
the
you,
walls of Thay.
you'll turn into one.
I suspect he and his red wizards will not be content. Swear to it. What? Place your hand on this harper's seal and swear that you will indeed distribute all the wealth you take amongst the people of Neverwinter. Sure, fine.
I mean, he's already done that before and turned his back on it. So.
That's true.
Keep this. You may not yet believe your words, but I do. Yeah, good for you. Simon, hold on to this.
I'm never gonna not find him creepy. He's creepy.
The underdog.
I would only ask that you consider that this plane we call life is but one of many. To drag your lady love back to her old life is to deprive her of her new one.
Can someone else ride next to this guy?
I agree, dude. I don't want to get her next to me either.
Should the way become too dim, you may take my hand, and I will lead you.
He says it's so creepy.
I'll tell you right now, I'm not taking his hand.
I know.
I'm wondering if since he put it there, if he like knows tricks how to get through or something.
Yeah, if he put it there, then he wouldn't.
I don't trust this guy.
Keep still. Rock none. They're drawn to mental energy. The higher the intelligence of the prey, the more likely they are to strike.
Smart.
Well, that's a little hurtful.
There it is.
But be warned, the bridge is protected by an ancient gnomish trap. There is a precise formula we must follow so as not to trigger the mechanism.
Except now lateral move off to the fourth step until we reach the three.
Now what?
It's too far for telekinesis.
I've got some rope in my bag. I could tie it to the axe, toss it across, so it sticks to the rock.
You know rocks are hard, right?
Shut up.
That's not a walking stick. It's a hither-thither staff.
What?
Should have a range of around 500 yards. Watch. Hither. Thither.
Ooh, now you're thinking in portals. I mean, it's kind of convenient that she had that, though.
But to be fair, she was not a mage, so she would have. Maybe it was a thing that could be.
What?
That could be a thing. Like, it does make sense.
Well, no, like how she said she took it from a wizard, but
she wouldn't know what it did.
Well, no, but I mean, it was just kind of convenient that she had something like that could get him across.
I know, but it's also it could work.
Are those
Fey assassins?
I mean, he seems to be handling himself fine, but you would think that some of the others would help.
He said leave him to me, though.
Yeah, but I mean...
I watch anime. If somebody says you leave it to them, you leave it to them.
No.
That's the anime rules.
No, I would take it as like, okay, I'll let you handle it until I see an opening.
I'm glad he's on our side.
Yeah, seriously. They only revive when the whole group is dead?
Maybe.
And if the raids in Minecraft.
Then you just have to kill all but one. And you
yeah.
just trap the other, the
Yeah.
last one.
That's why I brought up the raids. Yeah. You guys are standing in bones.
Yeah, that's usually an indicator that you should leave.
Yep.
And then the dragon too, that's also a good indicator that you should leave.
That is a tubby dragon.
Well, did you see all the bones?
Pudgy dragon.
Oh, she said the same thing.
He must have found a new den. Did he eat the last one?
That is a pudgy dragon, man.
Will that kill him permanently? I mean, yeah, he did like stab him and cut him and stuff, but I mean, like, if they were completely dismembered and digested, would they come back from that?
I think that you have to have some kind of element in order to be reborn.
Oh, okay.
Some kind of form.
Saltwater! Simon! You remember that trick you didn't try, War?
Fresh cut grass smell?
No, the fight finger one!
Yeah, why?
Hold on, hit him!
You want to make him angrier?
When I say so, everybody goes underwater, and that'll be your cue, Simon, all right?
Does salt ignite?
No, it spits out like gas or whatever, and then he ignited it. The explosion opened it up so they can get out.
Yeah, but he said it's salt water, so I just assumed that the salt and the fire had something to do with each other.
No, I thought it was just because there was like a body of water they could swim out of.
See you later.
That's probably the best way to say goodbye. You know, sometimes you just want a strong man who's just quiet. Now I know why.
Just wandering off.
What are you mumbling?
I'm preparing to a tune. If I can't connect with it, it'll be useless.
That's a lot of pressure, given all we went through to get it.
Yeah, I realize that.
Does not suffer fools.
Why are you telling me this?
Oh, I think you know, Simon.
Did you attune with it?
You okay?
I gotcha. Well, time moves differently there. Okay, I'll try a different approach.
Great, new approach. Try it. You got this. You got this.
Aren't you sick of failing?
No! That's the whole point. We must never stop failing because the minute we do, we failed.
Yeah.
I mean, that's actually true.
It's like you stop trying, you fail. You fail.
Gone the way we had hoped for.
Stuff like that is actually pretty cool.
Yeah.
He got up a little too quickly, I think.
Yeah.
Not a bad little way to get that in there.
What
I don't want to balloon like that. No, that's so freaking creepy, dude.
It is.
good people of Neverwinter.
Damn it. Why does nothing go our way?
Let me try. Maybe I can make a cap.
You're bad at rolling.
The game's
Yeah.
We're going to Plan C.
You did?
By accident. It was wild magic, and that only happened because they were going to kill me.
Exactly. Look, you are at your
Gotta find a way
strongest
to
when you think you're at
get
your
you on the brink of
weakest.
death.
But you deliver.
I mean, that is a skill in and of itself, though. If a person can perform when they're under pressure, when they need to, then that is a talent.
But because you must.
Not everyone
I'm gonna
can
keep
do
chipping
that.
away.
Is he actually a bard?
Yeah, he's a bard.
Oh, okay.
What's your business here?
Celebrate lasses.
What's going on?
My foot is stuck.
Concentrate,
Braid.
Oh my goodness.
Magnus is this?
I think get suspicious.
Nah. Man, he's bad at rolling.
Yeah, he really is. It's like he knows spells, but he doesn't have like enough to actually get it, use it effectively.
Exactly.
Forge wasn't hiding the loot from us.
He was stealing it for himself.
He never cared about being Lord. That just gave him access to the vault. He must have brought back the game so the take would be bigger.
What about Kira?
We won't leave her behind. We have to get to that boat.
I don't understand. If Forge is leaving, what does Sofina get out of this?
Everyone's gonna be an army of the dead.
That's what I was saying. Like, hey, everyone stay here till the end. He gets to take all the treasure and leave, and she gets her army too. Just like the other Dungeons and Dragons movie, trial in front of a crowd.
This one seems more. I don't know. This one just seems, you know, more into with the world and the adventure and quest that they were on.
Yeah. They should all be wearing red shirts. Those other
the other people, yeah.
That's a cool concept for an arena, though.
So we just go through the maze?
I guess till we reach the cage.
Nah. Jeez. They just took the magic cuff off.
Another minute, I would have lost my hand.
With those like panther-like things running around, would you rather be in a maze or out in the open?
You want to end up like that guy?
We'll only be inside for a few seconds.
Damn it, that stings!
On the boat you were going to use to escape from Neverwinter.
Dad.
Hi, honey. Hey, Forge, why don't you tell her what this is?
I don't know.
It's the Tablet of Reawakening, Kira. It's the reason why I left you.
You're not taking my money. Put down the tablet and get off my ship, all of you. And in the end, that's all that separates the beggar.
Nobody hurts my bug.
Well, shit.
Not my problem.
I kind of would be like that too. Like, no, we did what we needed to do.
Working on it. Simon, what did you say the range was in that portal staff?
A quarter mile.
That's for you. Enjoy that. All right. This isn't over until we take her out. Whatever happens to us, stay hidden.
I lost their treasure.
Use your pendant.
They already said they didn't care. Oh, the other chick did though. She wanted his. She wanted the.
I mean, but money is the thing. That's what buys happiness.
Where do you think she's gone?
To a certain extent. But she's not even the final boss because she has a leader or whatever. So she isn't even as strong as the strongest person.
I mean, she's the strongest one here, though.
Yes. But it also helps put into perspective that there's somebody that is an apprentice.
You know not the scope of my...
Probably use some owlbear right now.
Oh yeah.
I mean, that seems to be pretty powerful.
It's another time stop.
Simon, counter it.
I can't. She's still too strong.
Rest assured it will not be the end. For you will forever suffer.
Sorry, your breath just smells like old clothes. It's bad.
What is this?
I counted your time stop.
I think you got her.
I feel the same way, yeah.
I honestly didn't think that plan was gonna work. Yeah, we got her.
Oh, that's. Oh, God.
I should get a cleric there.
Spot, is it?
No, it's not bad. Here. Simon.
Oh wait, no, it
Simon,
doesn't
help
work
her.
on those.
It's a red wizard's blade. There's nothing I can do.
I need you. I need you.
Don't tell me you wasted it on me. Why would you do that?
He got something.
Good evening.
It probably would have been useful in that battle at the end.
Of course, you know what happened after that.
Pardon denied.
This session is adjourned.
I think they need to. Oh, there you go.
They figured it out.
I'm terribly sorry. I don't know what came over me. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Okay, so that was Dungeons and Dragon Honor Among Thieves. What did you think about that one? I didn't have any problem with it, though. I thought it was good for how it was building up, but I just think it could have. It almost feels like things were kind of left on the floor for that.
Well, like I said, I feel like it was a good transition into what we got into, because like I said, I mean, there's always bad rules, and then if your party, you don't have help from your party, and you're surrounded, you're gonna get caught.
Mm-hmm.
So if 2 members of your 4 party get caught, or if there's only 2 of you and then one of them gets caught, you're gonna get caught.
Yeah.
So I feel like that's pretty good. Like if you consider it in terms of Dungeons and Dragons and not consider it in terms of movies.
Well, but it is a movie.
I know, but it is a Dungeons and Dragons movie.
I mean, then
So
they
if you
could have
think of it in terms of
then they could have just wiped at the first encounter. Then be like, oh, that's the end of the movie or whatever. It's like,
I mean, they could have.
But I mean, that wouldn't make a good movie.
I mean, I don't know what you want me to say, dude.
No, I mean, I understand where you're coming from. I just think they could have, as far as a movie goes, they could have handled it a little bit better. I mean, like I said, I didn't hate it. I think it just could have just been tweaked a little bit, though. But for the most part, though, I did like it. I like how everyone did have their role, and they brought something to it, and they did stuff. It wasn't just like because we recently watched the 2000 Dungeons and Dragons movie, and it felt like there was just the main character, and everyone else was just background.
Yeah.
This one, everyone offered something and did something for that, so I can appreciate that of it. And a lot of their own abilities and stuff were interesting and unique, and I think even look good, and that goes to contributing to the overall party.
Well, yeah, exactly. Because like they even they scouted specific people. Like they knew that they needed a mage, and they knew that they needed a shapeshifter. So that's where you got that. And then those 2 were already together anyway, because they were, the backstory of the mom dying, everything like that. So they were already a part of the party. So I feel like it was a good team, and they actually, like, you saw the fighter, you saw the bard do what he did, and then you saw the shapeshifter do what she needed to do, and they all played their roles really well.
What did you think about the ending when they used that to resurrect Holga instead of the mother?
I see, like, as a mom, I would totally be mad at you for doing a stepmom, but at the same time, if I was the only mom that they knew, there would be a part of me that would understand, like, because my kid is attached to the other person, and I wouldn't want them to hate me just because they really wanted the other person, because that's all they knew. So to them, that was mom. So I think that they did the right thing by, like, raising the person the only person she ever knew as mom.
Yeah, because that decision, like, I think for a movie it works, but at the same time, it's like, it is weird, because I would always usually say, like, the mother should be the one that you would go for, but at the same time, it's like, yeah, she didn't know who the mother was. Like, to her, that was her mother. Yeah, pretty much. So, I mean, it feels weird, but he did ask her, though. He asked the daughter if she wanted the mom or the Helga, kind of. Yeah, and he did. So she said she wanted. And he did say earlier that he felt like it was more like he was trying to bring his wife back as opposed to bringing her mother back.
Exactly, he did say that.
So, like, I can see in that, but I mean, it just kind of, I don't know. I mean, it just feels a little bit, I don't know. I just don't really like how that happened, but at the same time, I understand what they did. It just feels a little weird to me. I mean, like I said, as a parent, I understand, because, like, if, the same thing, or like if they were, like, had a dad they only knew versus, like, you, I would want to bring you back, but then I would ask, our kids, like, what would you want? So, and inevitably, in the end, they're going to be the ones with them longer. That's true. So, so yeah, like, I don't have any problem with it, but I mean, that was just the thing. It was like, I'm not super strong about how they did it, but I don't think it's like one way or the other, because I can see both sides to it. Yeah, I can understand both sides too. What about a lot of the comedy elements to this one, because this is supposed to be kind of goofy, and there was a lot of that to it. I mean, I thought there was some stuff that didn't necessarily land, but I thought it was, for the most part, pretty funny for what they were doing. In terms of comedy, I mean, I laughed a couple of times, but I wouldn't call this a comedy haha, but I do think that it's not that, but it does have comedic elements to it. Yeah, like I said, I did laugh a couple of times, and I think it was way better than the other stuff. It was more subtle. I don't like in your face comedy. Yeah, when it feels too try-hardy sort of thing. Yeah, I hate try-hard comedy. No, I do like it better when it is just kind of, it's there if it's there. Yeah. Like, if you notice it, but it's not necessarily like the focus of it where they're trying to, because I think this did strike a pretty good balance at that. Because, I mean, this was, ultimately, it's supposed to be like a fantasy adventure type thing. I think one-liners do better anyway. Like, when you're in a comedic situation, like dark humor, you want to do a one-liner or whatever. Like, I feel like those kind of things are like subtle gags, not over the top. Like, if you're trying to be more serious, you don't want to do like in your face gags. I mean, it's just kind of some of the things, like at the start when they met their druid or whatever, and she was saying like you were just I forget exactly how it goes, but she said like, oh, you were just too weak or whatever, and he's like, oh yeah, you're right. And that's just kind of, it's like, I thought that was kind of funny. Yeah, just little lines like that, just throw away. Exactly. Yeah, I mean, and also that is useful to help inform the characters too. I mean, things like that, it helps establish the characters, and it's not necessarily, they don't seem to linger on it too long. Yeah, exactly that. I think they did it a lot better. Yes, and I did like. And also in this, I did like a lot of the effects work that they did. I thought it was I want a chubby dragon plushie. A chubby dragon plushie, yeah. That was weird. Like, thank you, Dungeon Master, for the chubby dragon. Not only with the effects, I thought the effects were decent, but I mean, a lot of the sequences they had were done creatively. That like the escape sequence when she was in the castle, transforming into different form. Good. I thought that was good. The whole thing about trying to put that painting onto the carriage, I thought that was pretty cool. How they're doing, playing with the mechanics of the teleporter. They had some pretty cool things like that with the getting out of the place with the chubby dragon chasing. Yeah. So I like how it didn't feel like it was stuff I've seen a bunch of times before. They're using what they established here, And you pretty much understand these are the rules of it, like with the staff. It's
Exactly,
like,
yeah.
okay, this, he says, like right at the start, it's like, okay, these can go about 500 yards, and it's what you can see. So it's like, all right, well, whenever they're in a dangerous situation, like when he's like when they're trapped, he's like, this can only go what I see. What do you want me to do? Transport you from one wall to the other?
That they did do a better job at establishing what, like, things, how the world works, how the world is established. And that's really important because some of us don't play D&D and we just want to go watch a movie, like you said. And so if we don't know, like, I don't know about the Red Claw, I don't know anything about them, but I think that they established enough within this movie to tell us, like, certain things about them.
Yeah, and it's kind of something I even pointed out earlier in the movie when he's saying you can't just use magic for everything.
Yeah.
And that is a issue when you deal with stuff like this. Like, why couldn't you just use magic to solve this problem, or why couldn't they do something for this? And it's like, well, they make it clear. It's like there are limits, and plan out when they're coming up with the story. It's like, okay, they're going to be in this situation, so we need them to do this to get out of it. So we have to establish earlier on that this can be done.
Yeah.
Because every time there was something that was brought up, it wasn't like, this is the first time we're hearing about it.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I don't know, maybe some things like the staff, I think when they first got that was one of those, it was brought up like just then, but at the same time.
Well, they did bring up the walking stick. I feel like she talked about it before too.
Well, no, she brought up that, like, oh, it was a walking stick I gave you. And he's like, oh, no, you can have it. And then when she had it there, it's like, oh wait, that's actually a staff that teleports us across an area we need to get across. So I think that was probably the one situation where something just kind of came out of left field. Other than that, though, I think everything else was pretty established, and even then they used the mechanics of that in interesting ways later on. So I think it's a little bit more forgivable if that one scene right there is just how they're kind of getting across, this is something that they can do. Because let's be honest, just getting across that bridge isn't really that big of a deal, especially since they had a person there who told them how to get across it.
Yeah.
Even if they screwed it up.
I didn't like him.
Well, he was only in it for a brief moment.
Yeah.
I can see him actually wearing out his welcome pretty quickly.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, every once in a while it is funny to have those characters that just take everything too literal.
Yeah.
And that could wear thin, but at least he wasn't there for too long.
Yeah, he was. That was another comedy element. Like, could somebody else ride beside him? That was another one line.
Yeah, that's just
that way. Like, somebody else come.
Yeah, I just like those
Yeah.
throwaway lines like that are just funny. If you don't laugh about it, it's like, well, so what? It's just the line.
Exactly. Yeah, that was. Yeah, I think it worked better in this movie.
So overall, what did you think about this movie?
I mean, I would recommend it.
Oh, you would?
Yeah, I think it's good.
Would you watch it again?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. No, I agree. I think it's something like I said at the start, like I didn't remember a whole lot about it. Not sure why. I just remember they had to keep going from place to place, and I couldn't remember exactly what was going through, but like I said, I did enjoy it at the time, and I didn't feel like I wasted my time. Same thing here. I think it was a good time watching it. It served its purpose. It's not a fantastic movie by any stretch, but I mean it does what a movie's supposed to do.
Well, like I said, I do feel like you have those, like, Skyrim-y elementals, and I love the environments. They're so pretty. They
did a good job with that. It didn't seem like everything was just shot in front of a green screen. It seemed like they actually did have locations. If they weren't on locations, they were probably taken from, the backgrounds are taken from real life locations.
Yeah.
And yeah, I do appreciate having stuff like that added to it, because it just seems like they put in some effort to it.
Yeah, it was really pretty.
So yeah, this is one of those movies that I'd recommend too. I guess that's pretty much it for this one. Let us know what you think in the comment section below, whether you've seen this movie or not. Do you agree with us or disagree with us on what we were saying about it? And also, you can leave a comment too and let us know some other movies that you might recommend, maybe some more fantasy movies akin to this. And I know other fantasy type movies like the Lord of the Rings ones. We're going to get to that at some point. We don't know when, but that's on the list right now. And also just make sure you click that subscribe button and click the bell for notifications so you don't miss any future uploads we have on these movie reactions. And if you can, click a like button if you like what you saw here, or a dislike button. Just leave a comment below and tell us why you didn't like our video. And as always, take it easy.